Your Beatitude, we welcome you back to your home here at Hellenic College, Holy Cross, a place where more than 30 years ago you studied some years here. What are your feelings anytime you come back to our school? What are the memories that you have from Holy Cross?
I have very good memories because it was the first time that I saw real worship in the sense of a group of people. During the time that I was growing up in Albania, it was impossible to have this. For sure, we had some underground services. It was another kind of joy. But here I enjoyed so much the Holy Week. In the first year, the student stayed here to follow this all the services of Holy Week. And I can say that if we'll be able to enjoy the service, will help us so much spiritually. You cannot learn only just through your own mind. That is very important. We can learn from books and from this, but to enjoy the worship, it's a real blessing. You feel the joy that you have not tasted before. So for this reason, I have a very good memory of these years. And for sure, I was thankful that I had the chance to study theology. I am thankful to all the professors and we have to cultivate something very important, to be thankful. Because unfortunately in today's world, everybody complains for everything. Rich countries, poor countries, everybody complains. And this is a kind of whisper of a devil. It's the lack of gratitude. Here, people have many things to be thankful, and still they complain. And now in today's world is becoming a culture of complaining. And if you don't complain, they will think that something is wrong with you, like you are not a full, developed human being. This is very dangerous. It seems like a simple thing, but can destroy. If we be grateful, this will be a blessing first for us, and not only for us, but the people around us.
In some way, maybe you can understand gratitude better because you lived at a time when you didn't have things, like you didn't have the freedom to worship, you didn't have open churches. And here we have so much freedom that we don't know what to do and we misuse our freedom.
But this is the danger many times. I can say these words. We had a thirst, but we didn't have water. Now they have plenty of water, but they don't have thirst. We have to understand, I believe that every human being is seeking being, it's a thirsty being. We're looking for something. And the duty of the church is to show to the people what they're looking for. The Orthodox Church has a treasure, and treasure is a blessing, but if we neglect, it can be a curse for us. So we have a responsibility to offer to the world this treasure, not only just by words, but through the life.
So I think you highlight something that's a challenge for the generation today. Our minds are so fragmented, we're so full of many superficial things, and what is of the essence, we don't have time for it.
It's maybe this is the only civilization that doesn't have an answer for the goal of life. All other civilizations, right or wrong, they had the answer. If we don't have a goal in our life, the life is not more a journey. You go around without meaning and become goals, things that are not really goals. The church can give a goal to your life, and you will see the life as a journey. I can say to the young people something that I have experienced after I see now beyond everything that I did before. It's passed a lot of time, and you can see that what kind of blessing is a life with God. You start to understand what God has done really for you, because you cannot love someone that you don't know, something abstract. Many people can say, I love God, but if we don't know Him, how you can love Him? If we live a life inside the church, a full life, a spiritual life, slowly we'll understand that and we'll appreciate what He has done for us. We'll start to know Him, and everyone that knows God will love Him. It's impossible to know God and not to love Him. And this is the most important blessing in our life. And in the school, they can learn about God. And this is the first phase. The second will be to know Him. Not just about Him, but to know Him. This preparation is very important and will be a blessing and a privilege to serve to the Lord. The people many times are proud, families are proud if somebody of the family works for the president, for a human being. Tomorrow is and tomorrow will not be. Serving the Lord is a big, big privilege. And life has a meaning and become beautiful only if it's a journey. If it's not a journey, it will be a boring life. And in today's world, we see that. So the life is empty. The life doesn't have a meaning.
So a part of this journey and a part of discovering the meaning of life, I think you have to risk. You have to take a risk, and you understand taking a risk from the time of communism, discovering Christianity and risking greatly there. Today, how do we handle the risk? What do we think about risk?
Because we have lost the meaning of the cross, the mystery of the cross. If we don't understand the mystery of cross, we'll not understand Christianity. And if we don't understand Christianity, we'll not love the Lord. We can say with our lips, but we don't feel in our heart. Sacrifices many times can be a blessing. And I try to explain many times, when I explain the mystery of cross, the meaning of the word sacrifice. There are two Latin words, sacra, holy, and the verb ficare, make. Literally means making holy. Only through this we can understand that we chant in the church, through the cross came the joy into the world. How through the cross? Through the sacrifices. The sacrifices many times in our life are as a medicine. They can be bitter, but the healing will be very sweet. So today people are looking for a Christianity without cross. Doesn't exist. Through the cross, we can enjoy the resurrection. They go always together. And in today's world, the lack of love, the egoism mostly, everyone for himself, and inside the families, the people don't do more sacrifices. So we have lost the love. And if we lose the love, how we can love God? Loving God means to love everyone. You cannot, I was discussing once with Archbishop Anastasios about this theme. And he was mentioning that it's impossible to love one and to hate the other. You cannot do both of these. Or you have love and you love everyone, or you don't have. Or it will be a selfish love many times. It's not real love. The real love will help you to love everybody and will give a joy. And a life without joy is a mutilated life. But how is the joy? What is the joy? Still, I will tell something I was discussing with the late Metropolitan Callistus Ware. He came in Corcha when I was Metropolitan, and he spent 1 week over there. And then we went for a walk in the lake of Prespa, and we were discussing about joy. And he said something very important, that the joy has nothing to do with the temperament of the person. It's a gift from God. And this gift is to God, it's to us. But how God is in our life? When we try to live every day according to His teaching. And this is very important. I can say to the students something very simple, but very deep. It's not from me, it's from the gospel. When the rich young man asked the Lord what I have to do to have eternal life, the Lord answered to him very simple: keep the commandments. But they are not so simple. Saint Simeon, the new theologian, explained this. If someone starts to keep the commandment, after a while he will see all his weaknesses. And this will make him humble. And the humility will bring the grace. But you have to start to keep the commandments. We agree with this, but we don't try every day to live according to the commandments of the Lord. And not only 10 commandments, but everything. To love the others, to love and your enemies, and everything. So, to know ourselves started with keeping the commandments, because we don't know ourselves. I believe that every human being creates a pseudo-self. What he thinks that he is, or what he wants the other to see to him. If we'll see the real self, not the pseudo-self, we'll find nothing to be proud. And so the humility comes as a wisdom. Every one that has real humility has a wisdom. And the saints were humble because they knew there was nothing good to them. Only God is good. He loves us not because we are good, but because He is good. He supports us not because we deserve, but He is merciful.
So your Beatitude, during your years here at Holy Cross, you interacted, you made friends, you had some wonderful professors. How did they influence you? How did they impact you? What did you feel in the fellowship that you had on campus here?
When I said that I had good memories, I had in mind this. I had a good friendship with the Metropolitan of Vrestena, the Archbishop Demetrius, Father Kalivas, Father Ted, Father Patsavos, and all of them. And we kept that friendship. And after I finished the school, when I visited Boston, we had at least one day together, lunch or a dinner together. And we discussed for different things. And the friendship, it's one of the best gifts that God has given to us. To have some friends is a treasure. And in the end, the Lord says to His disciples, "You are now my friends." To be a friend, it's not easy. To be a friend, you should be a friend. Today, we have the lack of the friendship. In the best cases, maybe the people have a kind of partnership, but not real friends. And the friendship has a cost. Like everything that's valuable has a big cost. And the people don't like to spend a lot of energy. But friendship gives a real joy in the life.
And of course, that idea of friendship is connected to the koinonia, the community life, and that's one of the things the church has to offer to a world where so many people feel isolated and alone.
Abraham was called a friend of God. And the Lord said to His disciples, "You are now my friends." That means that becoming friends is a kind of, you complete something, complete a journey. You're matured, spiritually speaking. And the friendship is a treasure. Unfortunately, we see that the friendship is missing now. And when you're young, you can create a bond, a friendship, a strong friendship. So it's very good in the years of the school to develop a friendship, not to have a to see the rivals with each other. You have to build friendship. Friendship and love, they go together. Because the love cannot resist without friendship. Will be for a short time, maybe it can be a passionate, but the friendship will keep forever something. And being with them, talking, discussing, so create atmosphere of security, and friendship fulfill you, because a human being is a communitarian being. We are not separated individuals like it's happening today or in the modern times. The people are separated from each other. They are alone and in their own homes. Being as a community, this is because we are very close with each other. We think that we are different. St. Gregory, theologian, says something very deep. To say human beings in plural, he says, it's a heresy. It's only one human being, but billion of persons. Like it's one divine being, but 3 persons. So we share with each other many things, and we can discover this only through the friendship. So for this reason, I said from the beginning that I have very good memories from the school. And the memories are not something that are temporary. They will follow during all your life. And it's good, not only for students, for children, for everyone, to have these good memories, these good images. In the famous book of Dostoevsky, Karamazov Brothers, in the speech of Starec Zosima, it's a beautiful episode. He describes when he was a child and the grandmother took him in the church, and he described the church seen with the eyes of a child. The icons, the lights, the candles, everything. And after he describes this, he says these words. A man that have good memories from childhood, good images, is saved forever. So all these good memories will help you to have a good spiritual life.
And so you have some of those good memories from here, from Holy Cross.
Yes, I have. I have. And in one way, it's a part of myself in the Holy Cross. I pray always for all the students. I don't know the names of them, but I pray for all the students.
You are part of here, and we are welcoming you back now because you're the first graduate of this school that has become the head of an Autocephalous Orthodox Church. And we say Axios, and we welcome you here. And we welcome you on this conference that we're celebrating and honoring Archbishop Anastasios and his legacy. What will you take from Archbishop Anastasios to carry on in your ministry, in your pastoral care of your church?
First is responsibility for the church. He felt this responsibility not only for the Church of Albania, but for the whole church. He had always this. Second is his love for everyone, regardless of the respect for every human being, not judging them, seeing the church as a hospital, not as a courtroom. And the Lord came to save, to heal. The second coming will be as a judge. But now we are in the first period. The church is not just to criticize the others, because it will sound ridiculous in hospital, the doctor fighting with the patient why you are sick. But because he is sick, he's in hospital. And we go in church because we are sick to be healed, not because we are saints. So sometimes we have lost this meaning of the church as a hospital. And with young people, we should have the same way of talking with them, because sometimes we don't speak their own language. I will say something that I have in my short experience with confessions. If you say to people maybe that are not close to the church many times, that you are living in sin, you say nothing, or you'll be upset because the word sin is so much charged historically, or you think you come from middle age. If you say to them, something is going wrong in yourself, he accepts, and it's open to discussion. You are saying the same thing, but it's a linguistic problem. We have to learn in their own language. Like a doctor, you try to find the proper medicine for him, not fighting why you are sick. And if the church became a courtroom, we will lose our mission. And the people that study, it's very good to study, but it's important to live what we believe. It's very important, these things, because sometimes give the impression, because you're studying theology, like you are inside the church. No, if we don't practice in everyday life, we are outside of the church. And this is the danger of Pharisaism, that people that thought that were in, and in fact they were out.
Your Beatitude, one of the dangers, one of the challenges for our young people today is they become complacent, they become content. And can we ever be content in our Christian life?
Spiritually, yes, but not in the outside of the cross will be always to us. And the cross is not something that we accept easily. The Lord himself said, if you can take this cup from me, but your will be done. So there are moments that we can feel the joy of the life, but the joy comes through the cross. We sing this, and we don't stop when we sing. The famous saying, lex orandi, lex credenti est. We have studied in school, but we don't practice in our life. So I will suggest that to read the troparios of the church carefully, because sometimes when they are chanting, we don't hear the words, and they are beautiful. It's a deep theology over there. Studying them, you learn a lot of other things. So, for this reason I mentioned that through the cross came the joy into the world. We cannot have salvation without cross. We are sick, we need the medicine. The problem is that we don't believe that we are sick. And this is the most dangerous thing. Because if you think that you are healthy, you will not take medicine. Two categories of people don't take the medicine. The children, because they don't understand, and sometimes it's done by force. And the patient in psychiatry, because they think that, and maybe sometimes we are in the second category. We think that we don't need. We are not praying to have this, because we'll be somebody that will be very prepared spiritually to. But if the cross will come, we have to bear it. And if we will bear with faith, it will become a medicine for us, will help us. And I understand the pressure of the world, because in today's world, the winner is who has money or who became famous. And the loser is who has not money or is not famous. Before was not these categories, were two other categories, honest or not honest. Today has changed these things, and I understand the pressure of the world. But I think that in the gospel we can find the answer. You know the parable of the big pearl. So it gave everything to live. If you have the faith, this is the greatest treasure that you can have in your life. A life without faith is a joyless life. The faith will help you in everything, will bring joy, and if you will be in midst of the sorrows, will give hope to you, and will give a meaning to the life that is most important. What is the meaning today of the world? Let's say you become a billionaire. For what after? They will not make you happy, will not give you a purpose in life. And you will not discover the truth. If you believe in God and you have your faith, I think this is the greatest pearl. Okay, you should give everything others to get this. But we don't appreciate this. Because people do sacrifices, making money, fame. They do a lot of sacrifices. Sometimes they fast more than us to keep the lines or whatever they do. And we don't do this for our salvation. It's two kinds of ways how the people think they believe. First, they agree. Theoretically, they agree. But they don't practice it. The medicine will not heal you just you believe that the medicine is the right one. You have to consume. So, studying in the school theology and about orthodoxy, about God, about creation, about our relationship with God, everything. It's a wisdom that will help you in your life to understand and the things that are around. If somebody knows God, he knows all the other things. He knows the people, he knows himself, he knows everything. You live in the light, not in the darkness. Now, it depends what you are looking for. If you are looking for darkness, darkness you'll find. If you're looking for light, you'll find the light.
Come to Holy Cross and see the light. Find the light.
We'll help
Find
for
the
this.
path to
Yeah,
the light.
we'll help you.
That's right.
We'll help you for this. In my experience of my life, for this reason I'm thankful. This helped me. Not only me, but thousands, a million of people. So you can learn in different ways. But here you can learn a little bit in depth, many things. And the second, it's important because it's a need.
There's a need out there for our churches.
Yeah, it's a need because what is the call? I discussed this and with the young people in Albania because they may if God will call me. Now, how you think God will call you? If you see people starving in the street, you'll give something to eat. You are not waiting, he calls you to give something. And if you see the needs in the church, this is the call. And you have to answer. It's very simple. And the truth is very simple. The lies are complicated.
That's a nice way to present. When there's needs, and there's needs in the church, and so
This is the call.
we want to love God and love our fellow man, and we follow the call.